Mediumship ethics. What's okay during a reading and what's not okay during a reading. In this video, I'm sharing my top 10 things to know about mediumship ethics so that more people can have a healing and a positive experience when they get a reading from a medium. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell. That way you'll be notified every time I release a new video about all things mediumship. I'll be sharing video recordings of my readings so you can see me in action and other how-tos about communicating with spirit and guided meditations to help you develop your skills. It's always really sad to me when I hear from a sitter that they were nervous before their reading with me because of a previous bad experience that they had with a medium who wasn't practicing ethically. Our job as mediums is to deliver a clear and accurate message from spirit to our sitter and to create healing as we do that. And above all, to do no harm. It's so important as mediums that we are aware of how much weight our words carry and that our words greatly affect our sitter. That's a huge responsibility. I say a little prayer before I start all of my reading. May everything that's shared be shared for this person's highest good, and may everything that is shared be shared from a place of absolute love and service. There's no denying that fraudulent readings happen all the time. Now, there's two ways that readings are generally described as being fraudulent. One, a hot reading. This would be a time when a medium does prior research to their sitter and then starts bringing up all this evidence as if it's coming from spirit. And the other one would be a cold reading when a medium is reading their sitter's body language. Both of these obviously are not ethical. They're fraudulent, and these are things that you want to stay away from, of course. What's a little bit trickier is that even a medium who is just at a certain stage of their development may be well-intentioned and well-meaning, but they can still cause harm if they do some of these non-ethical practices that I'm going to talk about. Number one, mediums are not doctors and they're not therapists or counselors of any kind. They are not here to give you directives. Any medium who feels that it's somehow their responsibility to counsel or diagnose in any way is partaking in a non-ethical practice. We are strictly messengers. We're here to give the most accurate message that we can and do a fair job of representing the spirit who wants to communicate and come through. That's it. Spirit will not tell you to sell the estate, absolutely, or you must leave this marriage. While they may cheer you on about the decision you've made or give you a good feeling about something, your job in life, one of your many jobs, is to learn your own lessons and find your own answers. The second thing that you want to make sure you're practicing as an ethical medium is bringing through a lot of evidential information that can be validated by your sitter. We're talking about name, age, the way that they passed, their occupation, what is the relationship to the sitter, a lot of things that are specific, that are factual, that your sitter can sit and say yes or no to. Now, sometimes you might bring through evidence like a name of an extended family member that's pertinent to the actual message that your sitter may not know, and they have to go figure it out later and then get that validation after the reading. That's actually a really powerful thing to do, and sometimes I think the best kind of evidence there is. However, it's still something that we can get a solid yes or a no to. Now, soul contracts, reincarnation, regardless of whether or not you believe in them, these are things that can't really be proven in the same way. If we're here incarnated in our bodies, then we can't really say for sure when we haven't been to the other side, at least in this lifetime, exactly what goes on there, what it looks like. There's so many different interpretations. So while that may be something that your sitter does feel like they can resonate with, it's still not evidential information. All right, this next one's a real doozy, and it is predicting something that's going to cause fear or anxiety in your sitter. Okay, predictions are already a gray area for a lot of mediums, but if it's something that's going to cause fear or anxiety, like a death or a lost pregnancy, that is something that is absolutely doing a lot of harm to your sitter and 100% not ethical. The worst thing is that you may be wrong about this, or even if you're right, sometimes things can change. If this is a challenge that they're meant to have in their life, why enable them to sit in anticipation and anxiety of this horrible thing looming? We're here to be present in our lives and face our challenges as they come. And I might add here as well that no spirit comes through giving any negative advice or telling you to do anything that would be harmful to yourself or anyone else. All right, the next ethical practice. If things get sensitive, ask permission to go on and continue. There's a couple different ways that this could happen. Let's say that for whatever reason, spirit is bringing through evidence about a past trauma, about abuse, Perhaps this is a really emotional topic for that person. This has happened to me several times, and in that moment I say, are you comfortable if I continue here? I will say that Spirit brings these things through not to make someone uncomfortable or to cause them pain, but it is relevant to the message that they want to bring through, or a huge aspect of the healing that Spirit wants to bring. Other situations where you might want to ask permission to continue. Maybe you're giving a reading in a group setting or at an event, and there's information coming through. Maybe there's a mother and a daughter there, and there's information coming through that you start to sense maybe one of the family members didn't know. That might be a time to go ahead and be a little more subtle and move on if you're starting to get a lot of no's that feel a little bit like you're encroaching upon a not so great area. The next thing that ethical mediums don't do is tell their clients that they are cursed or that their loved one is stuck somewhere. I have never experienced this in all the readings that I have given, ever. I don't believe that spirits get stuck. I don't believe that people get cursed, and there is no reason for any medium to tell you that you need to continue to come back to see them for multiple readings. In fact, I tell my clients that they cannot have more than one reading every 6 months. My preference is that people wait a whole year or even years. Readings are a great way to help jumpstart that relationship with your past loved one, but you don't need to rely on a medium to lift a curse, to connect with your loved one, or any of those things. All right, while Spirit does work off the frame of reference of the medium who is giving the reading, that means they work off their memories, all the things that they are aware of from their experiences. Spirit uses that to communicate a message as a medium interprets that message. However, the ethical practice here is to keep your bias out of the information that you're bringing through from the Spirit. There may be times when the Spirit is communicating something that you don't actually agree with, but still you want to deliver a clear and an accurate message. There may be times where you're feeling, sensing, hearing, knowing, smelling or tasting a spiritual impression, and you're not quite sure what it means. You don't want to jump to instantly interpreting what you think that means based on your bias. You want to ask for more information or simply just describe the spiritual impression that you're receiving, because it may make more sense to the sitter even before you know exactly how to interpret it as the information is coming through. You want to keep your bias out of it and be clean in your channeling from Spirit. All right, here's the last one that I wanted to cover today. If you're a medium and you give a reading that's tricky, or it just feels hard to anchor the link and connect with that Spirit, it happens to everyone. This would be the appropriate time to give options to your sitter. Give them the option of rescheduling the reading, or give them the option of having a refund if you've rescheduled and it's still not really working. Maybe you're just not the right medium for them. You never know all the factors that are on the other side. Don't be afraid to have those backup options of rescheduling or refunding. If you're interested in hearing more about the work that I do, you can head to my website, mediumshipwithmel.com/services, or perhaps you're interested in strengthening your clairs. If that's the case, you can download my free guide below, 3 easy exercises to strengthen your clairs and speak to Spirit. Be sure to check out this video next. And if you like this video, I'd love you to give me a like below. You can subscribe, leave a comment about what resonated with you most, and don't forget to hit that bell and turn on notifications so you know when my next video goes live.